So before I even get into the video, I just wanted to say this completely off script. I'm not reading anything here. This is just off the top of my head. I just wanted to say that this video is somewhat controversial, and I wanted to also put it out there that I mean no harm, I mean no bad intentions towards any streamer out there, especially the streamers that I mentioned in this video. I know each and every individual streamer has their own approach when it comes to streaming. They all have their different forms of entertainment, and that's 100% okay. Everybody's allowed to do whatever they feel is best for themselves and best for their stream. So again, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to target specific streamers or go after specific streamers, and I understand not everybody's going to agree with that. But without further ado, let's get into the video. At the time of me recording this video, it is currently October 30th of 2018. And so you may ask yourself, why the hell is this guy starting off his video with such a broad statement that has little to nothing to do with the title of this video? Well, actually, it has a lot to do with it. 2018 was a breakthrough year for the gaming community, and more specifically for the gamers who have dedicated their lives to streaming on twitch.tv. This year still has a few months left in it, and we have already witnessed so many historical moments that will only pave the way for the future of streaming. We have seen Ninja break the record for most concurrent viewers watching at one time with over 628,000 viewers. We have seen people from all over the world tune into the League of Legends World Championship to watch what was one of the most groundbreaking, exciting, and unpredictable tournaments in gaming history. We have seen streamers rather than everyday celebrities become the faces of franchises such as Samsung, Chipotle, and Hot Pocket. And most recently, we have seen some of the biggest names of our generation invest in gaming organizations and streamers, which only further serves as an example of the very bright and promising future of the streaming community. We are now at a point in which, in this day and age, being a streamer is more accepted than it has ever been. In fact, instead of people being looked down upon for wanting to play video games for countless of hours each day, they are now looked up to and praised. Back when I was in elementary school, if you asked any kid my age what they wanted to be when they were older, you probably would have heard a lot of astronauts, policemen, doctors, and countless of other what people would consider normal jobs. These days though, if you were to ask the exact same question to a random class of elementary students, I can almost guarantee that at least one kid in there will say that he or she wants to grow up to be a famous streamer. Overall, the gaming and streaming community is in a great place, and it is only projected to get better from here. However, the amount of growth and recognition that streaming has gotten over the past few months, although great in many ways, also has its downsides. And there is one downside in particular that can be and needs to be changed in order for streaming to continue to change the world as we know it in a positive manner. What's going on, Nasteey Nation? It's Nasteey, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing everything in my power to both bring attention to and hopefully bring an end to the toxicity that lies within the streaming community. I don't think it comes as a shock to anyone when I say that gaming communities, and especially competitive gaming communities, have over the years built up a reputation for being pretty toxic. Each game is a little different from one another when it comes to how extreme the toxicity gets, but for the most part it is always present to a certain extent. For example, League of Legends, which is the game that I play the most, and the game that my channel typically revolves around, is widely known around the world as the cream of the crop when it comes to toxicity. It's unlikely that you will ever get to experience a single League of Legends game without at least one player telling you to kill yourself or that you should uninstall the game because of how terrible of a player you are. Okay, maybe not those exact words every single game, but I think you get the point. On the other hand, there's games out there like Fortnite that, although toxicity is definitely present, it's not nearly as bad as something like League of Legends. Maybe it's because there's no real premise for getting wins aside from bragging rights, and typically the people that you play with are more times than not the people that you decided to play with in the first place, rather than getting matched together with random players. But regardless of the reason for the toxicity, the point that I am trying to get across here is the fact that each and every gaming community is toxic. It's not a debate at this point, it's simply just the truth. Don't get me wrong here, I'm definitely not trying to say any of this is okay whatsoever. All I'm trying to say is that it's standard and it's to be expected. It's kind of like saying robbing someone is a wrong thing to do, but that doesn't mean it's just not going to happen. No matter how bad a action may be or the consequences that follow may be, there will always be people out there in the world who will do it, and you should just always be prepared for that. Then again, getting back on the subject of toxicity now, if that type of behavior is to exist at all, then it definitely should stay within the game itself and not be broadcast to the whole world. In case you've been wondering when I was going to stop rambling and finally make my point, well, here it is. Toxicity, griefing, and any form of negativity should never at any point be present during a stream, regardless of the streamer or the game being played may be. If you disagree, that's 100% fine. I understand a lot of people might think that I'm being too sensitive about this or just overreacting. Then again, that's fine. If you disagree, you are absolutely entitled to do so. You can dislike the video, leave a nasty comment, or just click away from the video entirely if that's really how you feel. But I do ask that you just hear me out, because there are 3 major reasons that such behavior should never be embodied, embraced, or demonstrated during a stream. Reason number 1, you never know what age group may be watching your stream. Or rather, allow me to rephrase, you never know the exact ages of each and every individual tuning into your stream at any given time. Of course, most successful streamers are aware of their target audience. That doesn't always tell you everything. For example, Tyler 1's audience consists of a much older audience due to his high energy and controversial demeanor, in comparison to someone like Ninja, who maintains a much younger audience due to his family-friendly approach to streaming. But there's no telling when little 10-year-old Jimmy, who overheard some of the older kids at school talking about League of Legends, might find his way to Tyler 1's stream and instantly be exposed to a whole new world of toxicity. When it comes to something like this, it's honestly just better to be safe than sorry. Reason number 2, that type of behavior is already seen enough within games. We really don't need it to be encouraged any more than it already is. For example, let's say some random person is watching a streamer play their favorite game when that streamer decides to start flaming the living hell out of their teammates. I'm not saying it's bound to happen, but the next time that person jumps into that game themselves, there's a pretty high chance he or she might do the same. After all, they saw their favorite streamer do it in front of 10,000 people and nothing bad happened to them, there were no consequences, so it must be okay for them to do it as well, right? The answer here is, of course not. Toxicity really isn't enjoyable for anyone, and if anything, it really just makes the player experience worse. Thus, streamers really shouldn't encourage it in any way, shape, or form. At the end of the day, streamers are influencers, and the things that they say do have a large impact whether they realize it or not. Set a precedent, be a good role model, and don't show your viewers that toxicity is acceptable. And finally, reason number 3, which is one that I found the most important, is you never know what somebody is going through. No matter how much people try to hide it, there are always people out there who are suffering. Take it from me, somebody who has had some pretty low points in my life, when I say sometimes just a little positivity can go a long way. As a streamer, your sole purpose, at least in my opinion, should be to spread a little bit of positivity. Don't stream for the sake of making money, don't stream for the sole purpose of being entertaining, stream to make somebody's day. Even if it's just one individual out there that you're able to help out, then that's plenty enough. Keep that in the back of your mind at all times and treat your viewers with the utmost respect, and above all, just be a decent and kind human being. If somebody is having a rough day and they happen to find their way to your stream, give them a reason to cheer up rather than spreading more negativity and potentially spiraling their situation into an even worse one. Just stop spreading negativity, be a good role model, and have a positive impact on somebody's day. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that should just about wrap up my thoughts on the subject as well as the end of this video. I was pretty hesitant to make this video originally, just because I can understand that it can be somewhat controversial and might rub some people the wrong way, but it was just really something that I wanted to get off my chest and something that I thought was worth talking about. As I did state previously, I know not everyone is going to agree with what I said in this video, but if you did go on to enjoy it, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down in the comment section below, just so that I know whether or not I should be focusing on making more videos like this in the future. And now, just for a few shameless self-promotions before I end the video, I just wanted to let you guys all know that I do have links to my Twitter, Discord, and Patreon down in the description if you'd like to support me on any of those platforms. I do also have my own line of merchandise in hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and many more variations that you can find also in the link in the description. Anyways, that will do for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.